this next guy. He co-authored my buddy Jeff Foxworthy's Redneck books. He's a comedy veteran who's been on about every TV stand-up show you can imagine and a couple that you can't. He's a sweet Southern boy with a sharp tongue. Please welcome Mr. Vic Henley.
Thanks, everybody. I am Southern. You've got that right. I'm from Alabama, so yeah, there you go. Comedians, we travel, so we're in the middle of nowhere around America a ton, you know. And you know, my definition of the middle of nowhere is when you hit seek on your car radio and it just goes, right? AM radio in America is one of two things. It's either some hardcore bluegrass country, ding 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 ding. It's either that or and Jesus said. Right? And it's never positive Jesus. It's never Jesus says love everybody. Back to the music. It's always a God will poke your eyes out with a fiery bolt of lightning. Hellfire and damnation will rain down on the little babies' faces. So I usually don't listen to sports talk, but between country and Jesus, that's all I have in the car. It stops on sports talk, so I listen to sports talk. And I got a NASCAR education this particular day in the car. And yeah, I'm not a big NASCAR guy. My brothers listen to NASCAR on the radio. That's how sad their lives are. And if you're listening to NASCAR on the radio, you need to go home, look in the mirror, and write a little poem called "What the am I doing with my life?" Seriously, when you're throwing pillows at a radio and going, "Pit, damn it, Pit!" Reevaluate. So the first thing I learned on the sports talk show this day, I learned a couple things. First thing I learned, in NASCAR, when they like somebody, they like to yell out the number of the car. That's how they show the approval. So instead of Go Tennessee Titans or Tennessee Vols or Peyton Manning or the player or the coach, something, anything, Rocky Top, the song, they don't do any of this in NASCAR. It's just the number of the car. And I don't know this. I just heard the DJ, he's like, "Bob from Charlotte, you're on the line. Bob, what do you have to say?" 6. Hangs up. That's the whole phone call. That's it. So now I've got a snot bubble going. I'm already laughing. I'm going to pull over. I'm looking for half a beer under the seat. I'm ahead of schedule. I'm going to laugh my ass off if it's going to be. And that's all it was for the next 15 minutes. It's just everybody calling 11, 14, 24, 38. Woo! It's like some sort of inbred, bastardized bingo's taking place. And they hate Jeff Gordon. That was the next thing that I learned. Jeff Gordon is the love-hate guy. Everybody, no other drivers' names are coming up. Nobody's really saying anything at all. Jeff Gordon's name, by God, comes up. The phone lines are lighting up. And the people that love him, they all think he's awesome, and he's won the championship like 4 times, so he's pretty good. And the people that hate him, they all think he's gay. Yeah, now again, I don't know any of this. I discovered this because in the middle of all the 6, there's an occasional when Jeff Gordon's name comes up, and I'm sure y'all are as shocked and stunned as I was to think that homophobia would exist in the NASCAR world. Surely to God, not in the open-minded, free-thinking world of NASCAR would anybody harbor any bigotry or prejudice over another individual's sexual proclivity. I don't care if he's gay or straight. No, he's married to some hot Belgian model. I don't think he's worried about it. And I think I was him. If I was Jeff Gordon, I would be secure enough in my masculinity. I think I would just act gay just to screw with the other drivers. I just paint the car pink and let Hello Kitty be my sponsor and just embrace it. I'd start racing in a bridal gown every week. You know, flame retardant because I'm no wuss, but get like a redneck couture thing going. A little Vera Wang, still put the patches on it. Get a little tiara made out of half a hubcap and maybe a wand made out of a dipstick and just run up and down pit road, screwing with the homophobic rednecks before every race. Have my pit crew carry my train out to the car as we go along. I'd stand there on pit road before every race. "Hi, everybody, I'm the Rainbow Warrior. Rainbow Warrior. Vroom, vroom." Rainbow Warrior. Vroom, vroom. I think he went every week, pretty much. I don't think half of them would get on the track with him for fear of getting rear-ended. Thanks very much, everybody.